Obviously, LSU coming in, early season still, but pretty important series for both teams.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to skirt around that. But it's exciting, coming off a good win, and we're still looking for our first conference series win, just like LSU. So both teams know the importance of this. There's 8 weekends left, but you know that the next 2 or 3 weekends are very important to us. So we're excited about this. A great opportunity. I know we're going to see one of the nation's best. He was the best freshman in the country last year in Lang, and it's a great, challenge for our offense to compete against that. And the mystique of LSU, and I think Auburn fans know when LSU is coming to town, you think of baseball, you know what you're up against. But our guys are excited. We're continuing to try to compete in our at-bats. We left a bunch of guys on base last weekend. We got those in and really started the game well against Alabama. I think we hit for the cycle in the first inning and just played a really good ball game. So it was a great bounce back. We gave up 1 run in the ball game to an SEC great opponent who has really pitched the baseball as well as anybody in the league. But we're just trying to get our game better and get on the roll. And I think when you play a game like Tuesday, you feel like your team can. So we just got to keep chipping away at it. Justin Camp's going to go out for us again. He really bounced back well against Arkansas. And so did Cole Lipscomb on Sunday. He really deserved a W for his performance on Easter at Arkansas. So we're going to move him up to Saturday and go TBA on Sunday and go back at it, compete, and try to win a series at home. Our next two of our next 3 weekends are at home with the trip to Missouri in the middle there. So this is a great, over the next month, let's go compete and see where we're at that point.
Did you feel like more confidence-wise your kids needed the game in Montgomery and the result that they got more than anything?
Yeah, I did. I just, we all feel the same. We're all at the field every day. We spend so much time together, and you compete. And again, I've had zero problem with the way our guys compete, show up and work for us every day. But Friday night, a walk-off hit, 3-2 ball game that we competed well in, and then really you're in a 1-1 ball game in the 8th inning after Cole's great start that you're doing everything you can, and to drop that one in that fashion on Easter, Tuesday was big, and our guys were right back at it from first pitch, and I tip my hat to my guys for that. But I'd like to see them blessed more and rewarded more by the game of baseball, and that's my job, is continue to develop our guys, keep them focused on the next ball game, and tell them they're going to get their share if they continue to stay there.
But you guys went the other way a lot against Alabama. Your hitters did.
Yeah.
With runners on base particularly. Was that by design, or is it just kind of the way it turned out? Or?
I would liken it to that's when we're playing our best. That's when the guys are swinging the best. Everybody was talking to me from a couple of days ago about Anthony's home run that went 440 feet. But, a lot of people within the game talk a lot about him getting through the opposite field gap and hitting the wall, which was so impressive. Then having 2-strike, breaking ball, and getting a base hit on that the other way. Those 2 at-bats shows you how he's locked in and he's capable for that pull side home run. When Palacios is swinging his best, he's driving the ball the other way. When Nico Bunteo is hitting the ball the best, he's driving the ball the other way. Daniel Roberts' best swing is arguably in the left center field gap. Our ball club, when we're going the other way, is when we're at our best. And I think that's pretty common for an offense. Arkansas really pitched our guys in, especially our left-handers, and we did adjusted that as well. So if we got to tip our hat on something that Arkansas did, is an adjustments that we have to make, was that team pitched in. And hey, everybody says they're going to pitch in. You see a big guy and you're going to pitch him in, but the execution of those pitches is what fails sometimes, and Arkansas executed that good enough to really dominate our series last week.
15 years in the league, you've seen some great hitters, some great offenses. When Auburn 2016 is at its best, where does it rank it on that?
Arguably for me, the teams that I've been a part of and been assistant coach for, has a chance to be the best one. I'm making that statement or throwing that out there at 25 games in and halfway through a season. But the capabilities, the potential from the top to the bottom, really, it's impressive as any team that I've been a part of. And Blake Logan is a huge trigger. We talk so much about the 1 through 4 hitters, but if you really think about it, sometimes when that 6th hitter, 5th or 6th hitter comes up, there's that guy at second and third. And when you're talking about scoring 2 runs, you start talking about the concept of a big inning, like him cashing in the other day on the 3-run homer. You know, sometimes you get to that 5th or 6th inning, you got nothing, or 5th or 6th hitter, you got nothing left after those first 4 have batted. When you get production out of that 5th or 6th hitter, it makes all the difference. And when Blake Logan is getting 2 or 3 hits, or an extra base hit as part of his night, that's when our offense probably performs the best.
In your assessment of Anthony, how has he avoided junior draftitis that you know you've seen before in your time? And it just doesn't seem like he's concerned with that at all, and it really even pays any attention to it.
I think it's a great point, and it's an opportunity for me to compliment Anthony for not being so result-oriented. I think he's just practicing hard every day. I know I talked about before the season that I thought he run after every ball in our BP and shagging, and he ran the bases hard with assists to begin the year. He's willing in his BP not to just try to hit it over the monster every swing. He's willing to think middle the other way, knowing that somebody tries to get in on him in the game, the pull side can show up properly. So I think he's been more about the process, more about how can I be developed as a player every day, and he's just focused on his game from a practice standpoint so strongly that positive things are showing up for him in the game, and he's not so result oriented. You know, when he strikes out now, you're like, you know how locked in he is for the next at bat, instead of it, you know, compounding or getting away from him. I've seen a steady player, and I think that's more how he's just fundamentally come to work, and just a very mature, solid, efficient player right now.
It's a lot of new names for LSU in terms of at the field and at the plate, but with Lang and Poche, a deep bullpen, I mean, this is a pitching staff that can come in and be a big-time threat, can't they?
Of course, and you know, anybody can get you out with a good plan. They're definitely capable. Those 2 boys have gotten a lot of guys out. Pitching coach is a great pitching coach, and probably learned some things from him. So they do a great job. I want our offense to keep building confidence that whoever rolls in here, that we can have success in Plainsman Park. So that's the attitude we take, with all the respect in the world for LSU's pitchers, for their coaching staff. But at the same time, we have to be prepared, know that we can play offense. Translate, it just wouldn't make sense for us to not have confidence with our offense this weekend after Texas A&M, one of the best pitching staffs in America, rolls in here and gives up a bunch against us. So we'll go with a very confident approach, respect our opponent, but be ready to come out in the first inning just like we did on Tuesday.